Nifty is starting about, 18, 20 points higher. 24,335 is where the Nifty is at. It's a flattish to slightly higher start. The Nifty Bank is up 41, 50 points, 70 now, so picking up a little bit of pace, 52,500 on the Nifty Bank. Mid-cap index is up about 335, and I think you've got the small-cap index, which is also starting higher. So this is a better start, at least on the frontline indices, as compared to what you had over the last two trading sessions now. So those are indices, but as always, let's get to stocks.
Okay, get into individual stocks, right? Godrej Consumer really is the one to look at. It's a flattish sales growth and double-digit EBITDA growth that Godrej Consumer has seen, so the stock is also flat. MGL has hiked CNG prices by 1.5 rupees a kilo. So, that stock is up almost 3% right now. They've hiked PNG prices as well. Nestle, the shareholders have approved an unchanged royalty payment of 4.5% to the parent company. So Nestle is in the news. Utkarsh Small Finance Bank, the RBI has approved Govind Singh's reappointment as the MD and CEO for 3 years. So Utkarsh Small Finance Bank is up almost 1%. Inox Wind has bagged a 200 megawatt order for its latest wind turbine generator. Pitti Engineering has launched a 360 crore QIP with the floor price at 1,054. So keep an eye out on that. On the downside, Concor has seen its domestic volume growth of 15% and EXIM growth at 3.3% in Q1. Jupiter Wagons has launched at 800 crore QIP, so with the indicative price of 655 rupees, so keep an eye out on that. And a couple of others like Polyplex, the production at its manufacturing plant in Uttarakhand was suspended because of the rainfall. So Polyplex could be slightly soft, but not too much actually. But it's good to see the market really picking up pace. Sensex holding well above 80,100. And the Nifty now, look at that, 40 points higher. Good start in the green.
Well, that's right. Good start in the green. We'll keep an eye out on the 24,440 odd mark. That seems to be a bit of resistance zone. That's on the headline index. But a few stocks that are moving around from the broader markets. LT Foods and KRBL, I don't know what's happened there. But both those two stocks, they're some of the biggest gainers and the volumes are rather large. So we'll try to, pull in one of these managements. Pull up KRBL as well, LT Foods as well as KRBL. Massive move is what we're seeing on both those two stocks. HPL Power, well, there was an analyst meet. They earlier were guiding for around 2,300 crores of revenues. They've cut it by closer to 200 crores. Now they're talking about 2,100 crores. So that explains why that stock is down by closer to 2.5%. They say they'll hold on to margins of around 19% though. Affle India. Citi has initiated coverage, buy rating, target price at 1,600 rupees. They believe that the company is positively leveraged to digital ad spends. So that's why they have this big target price out there. And that stock is up closer around 6%. Swan Energy, we saw a large trade that took place yesterday. BlackRock Global Funds India as well as BlackRock Emerging Frontiers Master Fund. Together, they had acquired closer to 1.3% stake in the company. So that's why, in fact, BlackRock making an entry out there. The street likes it, was up 5%, is up 5% today. Patel Engineering, that's another stock that's bouncing back today. Yesterday, it was down close to 10%. Today, it's mildly in the green with a gain of close to around 3% odd. A couple of other notable movers. Well, you have Crompton that's up close to 3%. It's a good start for Crompton. And RCF that was up close to 10% yesterday. I think the start was well in the green on that one as well. Prashant?
3.5% on RCF to start with, so 235 on that one. We're up 40 points now, so it's looking good with the index at about 24,365 and lots of movers. Well, guess what? The 2 or 3 top volume-led gainers are all a repeat of what we saw yesterday. RVNL, IRFC, RCF, NFL. I mean, throw in a Cochin Shipyard, which took a break yesterday. It's up, back up about 2.5%. So yeah, I mean, that space is doing well. GE Shipping went up 6% yesterday by close. It's up another 4% this morning. I think we mentioned Affle. Well, Cochin I mentioned, but look at Garden Reach as well. So 2% on Garden Reach, starting higher. There is Inox Wind, which is up about 5%, 165 on Inox Wind. KPIT Tech is up about 3%. Torrent Power is up 5%. Maybe we could look at, by the way, Maruti is up about 3%. I think the trigger is the fact that Uttar Pradesh essentially has waived off registration fees for hybrid vehicles. And I think UP is about 10% of Maruti's volumes. So it is definitely at the margin of positive for Maruti. So that's a big mover. And look at CESC as well, which I was talking about. There is a tariff revision which has taken place, a tariff adjustment rather, higher. and the stock starting about 3% high, up. I mean, as compared to some of the other power utilities, it trades at a significant discount. So keep an eye out on that one as well. Apart from that, I mean, volumes thin out. As you go down the list, volumes thin out. But just to spot one or two names, Paytm, which had a big 10% surge yesterday, is pulling back 3%. And, I think Jupiter Wagons, we were highlighting that in the morning, 3% lower. BEML is down about 1.7%, but these are all reversals after yesterday's sharp surge. Shakti Pumps was down about 5% yesterday, and this morning it is down about 4% or so as well. So this is, overall what you have going on.